Hey, and today I'm going to tell you the story of the flawed and lengthy Oculus RMA process. This is a full version of what happened to me and what actually shipped to me when it finally did. I hope this helps. Let's get straight into it. First, the problem. I noticed that my left Oculus touch controller battery was draining really fast, so I immediately went to Oculus and filled out their contact form. You can see that I sent screenshots of evidence of the issue. I thought this would speed up the process. Well, I was very wrong. They got back pretty quick and gave me some troubleshooting issues. At this point I was hopeful. I only just got my headset, so I wasn't wanting to miss out on any of this new VR action and gameplay. After reading this, I filled in the details that they sent me and answers to their troubleshooting questions. After sending this email, I received no further reply for 5 days, which annoyed me. So I sent him a follow-up email asking what was happening because, it's a bit strange just to leave me in the dark. And also the control issue had gotten worse, with the batteries going from 100% to 0% in less than 2 weeks. For some reason, in the next 17 days, I had to talk to 3 different people, and all had given me the exact same troubleshooting issues, and then finally, after over 20 days after starting the request, an RMA request was made. An RMA request, if you didn't know, basically says that I can ship it to them, and they'll look to see if it's worth them sending me a brand new one. RMA stands for Return Merchant Authorization. Once receiving this email, I got a second one, which basically had the post label and instructions on what to do. I went down to the post office, posted it. I found it strange, but the shipping company that they chose wanted 3 shipping invoices to be able to ship to the Oculus offices, so that's what I gave them. 2 days after shipping, I got a text message. I got very happy at this point because it looked like they were delivering the parcel to Oculus headquarters. In fact, they were delivering it to me. It was my controller, with a note saying on the side saying they were giving them none of the shipping invoices, even though I'd clearly given them 3 when I sent off the parcel. I immediately went back to the Oculus email thread and told them this, bearing in mind at this point a month had passed since I first contacted them. After 15 days of having the old controller given back to me, I got an email saying a new RMA request had been created. It was good of Oculus to actually it took ages, but at least they actually said they trusted me, saying it was the shipping company's fault and not my fault. And hopeful of what was going to happen, because it'd been so long, I followed the instructions again, this time using a rubber band to attach the invoices to the parcel. I'd recommend doing this just then they can't, blame you if they go missing again. 8 days later, a new email arrived in my inbox, a sales invoice. They had accepted my controller and sending a new one. I was very excited, but still, 2 weeks later, I had received no update and no controller. So I contacted Oculus again. After another 3 weeks passed after that, and still all I had to show for the controller was a sale invoice. I reached out to them again about the same issue, and they told me that they had shipped it just that day. I contacted them on a very good day where they shipped it, or they just couldn't be able to ship it until I chased it up. Then, on the 3rd of June, it was delivered. I was so happy at receiving it, but I decided to record me unboxing, so here it is.
So, as you can see, we have got the Oculus Quest box, which has been delivered. Now, I know it's taken ages, but it actually looks, quite nice. So hopefully everything's good and I won't have to go and replace it. And finally, after the 3 months, the RMA process is complete. So let's open it. Before I start, I'm just going to say it came in this massive box here that just was really big, which is a bit overkill, but still. So to open it, it's kind of like the last one. It was kind of like a little treasure chest. And in here we got an Oculus controller. So we do have all the quick start guides and warranty. We don't need that though. Let's just leave it in there. Oh, rubbish! Who needs that? So in the packet here, we have got a controller, which is actually quite nice, and it's the left one, which is good. So I don't have to return this again. But yeah, this is actually quite nice, and it's actually much newer. If you look at the strap here, it's brand new white, compared to my old one, which is really dirty. This is just a lot different. But yeah, thank God it's actually arrived, and I can now start working VR. So next video will probably be in VR.
Later that day, I also got an email saying that I received an £8 store credit. At this point, I've been waiting over 13 weeks, so I felt like it was a little unjust that he only gave me £8, but still, I went and cashed it in for a Beat Saber music pack. And that's the story of my encounter with Oculus support. I've glad I got the new controller, but for them to take 13 weeks to ship it seems a bit of a long time, when it was all they were doing was just checking it. To end off this video, here is the first time I was in VR for 13 weeks.
Look at this, we're in VR. It's been so long that I didn't even know this is updated. So now I've got all these different things. And also what I like, it's actually called the app, so I don't have to record it separately. Yeah, this is really good. I'm glad that I got this controller back eventually. But still, yeah. So thank you guys for watching today's video, and I'll see you guys next time.